We're going to talk about Chennedy Carter, but it looks like she's blacklisted. And she will be playing professional basketball during the season, but it won't be for the WNBA.
Was attacking Caitlin Clark really worth it? Chennedy Carter just found out the hard way. After more than 120 days without a single WNBA team offering her a contract, and with training camps kicking off today, Carter has made her next move. She's officially signed to play in Mexico's professional basketball league.
Seriously, she needs to do whatever she can to get some help, get her anger under control, where she will not have another incident like the one where she slammed into Caitlin Clark. She's out of the league.
This isn't just another player switching teams. This is the Chicago Sky's leading scorer being completely and officially cut from the WNBA after a deliberate hit on the league's golden goose. The Sky let their star walk away without even trying to get anything in return. Even after an MVP-level performance overseas, no team was willing to touch her. That kind of silence doesn't happen without a serious reason. Let me know in the comments, do you think Chennedy Carter deserved this? Now let's break down exactly how it all went down, where she's headed next, and how she's responding. Let's get into it.
Despite the solid fourth season from Carter, an incident with Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark stood out to many. The 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year came in the league, became arguably the most popular player. Became the most popular player. There, I cleaned it up for you, which may have rubbed some people the wrong way, including Carter.
Picture this. June 1st, 2024, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. Just another regular season game. Or so everyone thought. The score stayed tight all night, with the Fever barely edging out a 71-70 win. Tensions were already boiling over when, in an instant, everything changed, setting off a chain of events that would make this one of the most infamous moments in WNBA history.
And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Chennedy Carter.
The moment unfolded right after a Chicago basket. As players transitioned down the court, Carter and Clark briefly crossed paths. Nothing unusual in the rhythm of a basketball game. But what happened next was anything but routine. Out of nowhere, Carter altered her path, and it wasn't subtle. It was deliberate, calculated. She veered straight into Clark's lane and delivered a hard hip check that sent the rookie sprawling across the hardwood. And just to add fuel to the fire, Angel Reese was caught on camera, jumping and clapping on the sidelines, celebrating the hit almost instantly.
So she was signed to the Chicago Sky with Teresa Weatherspoon, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso, and the rest of the folks. And then we get to the body check. This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people, which really escalated the issue. And it was really just poor sportsmanship on Kennedy's part.
The collision wasn't your typical basketball play, not even a hard foul. This was something different, something that made the entire arena gasp in disbelief. The live broadcast captured every second, and you could hear the commentators' voices shift from routine analysis to stunned confusion. What was that? Rippled through the crowd as Clark hit the floor. Officials immediately blew the whistle, initially calling it a regular foul. But even in real time, it was clear this needed a closer look. The referees huddled around the monitor, reviewing footage that would soon go viral across social media. Their ruling? It stayed a common foul for the moment. But the very next day, the WNBA officially upgraded it to a flagrant foul, confirming what everyone already knew. The contact was non-basketball in nature and carried real potential for injury.
It's one thing pushing Caitlin Clark, and it's another thing blindsiding her. Like, I don't think there's no justification for that. Like, to be honest, we can be honest here.
What stood out most about this incident wasn't just the hit, it was Clark's response. Where many players might have jumped up ready to escalate the situation, Clark simply got to her feet, composed herself, and kept playing. No theatrics, no retaliation, just a rookie displaying veteran-level poise in a heated moment. This stark contrast between Carter's aggression and Clark's calm only fueled the growing narrative. Suddenly, shooting percentages and defensive rotations took a back seat. Analysts and fans alike shifted their focus to frame-by-frame breakdowns of Carter's movements. Was she targeting Clark because of her rookie status? Was it personal? Professional jealousy? The questions exploded, and just like that, the basketball game itself became a footnote.
Something's got to wake her up too. You know? I mean, something's got to wake her up and say, man, I could be in the WNBA right now, starting on a team, being their leading scorer. I've got to get my temper and my head under control. I got to figure it out somehow.
What no one realized in that moment, not Carter, not Clark, not even the fans, was that those 5 seconds would fundamentally change Carter's entire career. This wasn't just a reckless decision made in the heat of competition. It was the spark that ignited her professional downfall. That one physical play triggered a domino effect that, piece by piece, would eventually push her out of the WNBA completely.
There's no doubt Chennedy Carter is extremely talented, but she's got to get her head screwed on straight.
And if the hit itself wasn't damaging enough to Carter's reputation, what happened next made everything even worse. When the cameras turned to her post-game, giving her a golden opportunity to explain or even apologize, Carter chose the opposite. Her response wasn't just careless, it was like pouring industrial-strength fuel on an already raging fire.
The floor, we all saw it, a flagrant foul, and many people, including myself, thought it was borderline assault. It was awful.
The cameras kept rolling as Carter entered the post-game press conference, offering her the perfect opportunity to reset the narrative. One well-thought-out statement, an apology, an explanation, even a simple acknowledgement could have softened the backlash. Instead, with reporters giving her an open mic to address the obvious tension, Carter made a decision that would prove even more devastating than the hit itself. She shrugged off the moment with just 7 words. I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
And then Chennedy just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that moment between you and Caitlin. What was that play, what was said, and kind of what led to.
Next question.
Yeah, play with it seemed like she turned to you a little bit.
Yeah.
After
I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough. We're good.
She's good.
Those 7 words ricocheted through basketball circles with remarkable speed. Within hours, sports analysts who might have defended the on-court incident as just physical basketball found themselves struggling to justify Carter's post-game attitude. Her refusal to address the situation turned what could have been a one-day story into a week-long examination of her character. While the hip check had raised eyebrows, this response raised red flags.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just like, just respond, calm down, let your play do the talking. It is what it is. It's a physical game. Go make the free throw and then execute on offense, and I feel like that's kind of what we did, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess, I don't know.
What makes Carter's response even more damaging is how it contrasted with Clark's own handling of the situation. While Carter dodged responsibility, Clark told reporters, "Basketball's competitive, I get it. Emotions get the best of you, it happened to me too." One player demonstrated maturity and understanding, while the other showed a startling lack of accountability, leaving league executives whispering.
And there has not been a peep about anywhere that she could be landing in this free agency. So a lot of people, including myself, are wondering, is she worth the risk now?
This perception problem quickly spread beyond just angry fans on social media. Team executives and league officials, the very people who make hiring decisions, were watching. In professional sports, talent always matters, but it's rarely the only consideration. The question became not can she play, but is she worth the disruption? Carter's dismissive attitude created internal chemistry issues within the Chicago Sky locker room, with teammates and coaches reportedly reacting negatively to her comments.
I mean, she can score. She can score with the lights out. I mean, she can. She's pure offense, a pure shooting guard, scoring guard, an instant offense. But if you're a team, do you really want her on the team? I wouldn't.
The damage wasn't limited to public perception. It created real friction inside her own team. The locker room tension following her comments made an already difficult situation nearly impossible. Basketball remains, at its core, a team sport. When one player refuses to acknowledge behavior that reflects poorly on the entire organization, it fractures the trust essential to success. As a result, the Chicago Sky made the ultimate decision. They let her go in free agency without extending a contract offer, and no other team decided to pick her up. One GM was even anonymously quoted saying, "We won't touch her with a 10-foot pole."
Can you break down that situation that happened?
Yeah. So, in basketball a little bit, there's things called talking, what you like to call smack or whatever everybody likes to call it.
Yeah.
Plays before things are said, you know, that's a part of basketball.
For nearly a year, Carter maintained public silence about the incident. Then, last week, she finally felt compelled to explain herself during an interview with controversial podcast Neon. Her explanation?
It was just a light tap.
Yes, the same collision that sent Clark sprawling across the court and earned an immediate flagrant foul call was, in Carter's revisionist history, barely a love tap between friends.
I think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Think the next play down, maybe something was said. And then maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court. Then I hit like a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull up. And then I just like, you know, just give her like a little like, I'm here. Like, you know, I don't think it was, you know what's crazy? Me and my brother went back and watched, and we seen a lot of clips in the NBA of guys getting like pushing LeBron. Like I think it was Jeff Teague or somebody who like pushed LeBron out of bounds, like said, man, I was mad because like we couldn't stop him.
You almost have to admire the commitment to the bit. After watching the replay hundreds of times, most viewers can clearly see Carter changing direction specifically to make contact. Yet, suddenly, it's being described like an accidental brush in a crowded elevator. This late attempt at damage control raises the question, why break your silence now, months after it could have helped, with an explanation that nobody believes?